Here we are, back again to year 18 of Kingdom Death Monster. This is Lord Epion with Hit Points Gaming, and geez, I can't stress how much I thought about this year and back and forth on the different hunt that I was going to go on, what characters I was going to bring, but finally I have decided to go out on a hunt on a level 2 Phoenix. This is my first level 2 Phoenix. I would lie if I said I wasn't nervous, but I am. This is a very big turning point of the campaign, and this is a very important year for me. Last year, obviously, I lost the Butcher and lost all my resources. So this year I was supposed to just piggyback on my success, but unfortunately I have to restart from scratch. So I was considering fighting a level 3 Antelope, but I was going to get a bunch of resources from it, but I might not have been able to tackle a level 3. So I was thinking of doing a level 2 Antelope to get the resources, but then I realized, what was I going to build with those resources? I couldn't build anything because what I really wanted was to finish my Phoenix set and get some items from the Phoenix, from the Plumery. So that's why I switched up, and I'm going to go after a level 2 Phoenix. And let me show you who I'm going to bring. Now, originally I was going to bring some of my new survivors, but they had 2 hunt experience, because obviously that's what they start with. But there's a chance on the hunt track that I could lose 2 hunt experience and cease to exist. So I actually have to bring some individuals that I've used before. So let me show you who I'm bringing and go over my strategy for this fight. Now, the only thing new with a level 2 Phoenix is this card. It's kind of creepy. Top of the food chain. So the monster suddenly seems older. -3 to severe injury rolls resulting from this monster's attack. So I just don't want to suffer any severe injuries. That's the way I'm going to avoid this card, hopefully. Okay. And the level 2 Phoenix has, I think it's 18 wounds total, compared to, what is that, 13? So a few more wounds. It has 12 toughness, which is kind of hard for a level 2, but we'll see how we do. Plus, of course, the +1 speed and +1 damage that I put on here. So the first character is going to be Dark. Now I'm bringing him out with my range-looking character here for really 2 reasons. One, obviously he has more than 2 hunt experience, so this is kind of who I'm left with. And he's the Orator of Death, so he can give all my survivors +2 insanity, which I will show you why I am bringing that in a second. Now this is going to be my all-around utility class, so shooting the arrow first, and then he's going to go back and forth between the Cat Eye Circlet, which we all know about, I use all the time, and the Whisker Harp to remove any moods that are in play. So that is going to be Dark. Next, this was the choice I was really deciding on, but I'm going to bring Yoda out, and I'm going to go full crit on this guy. So he's going out with the Death Mask, with my Katars, okay? So he has -1 accuracy and -1 speed, which really hurts. But I can crit on 3 or more with him. So I'm going for only 4 attacks, critting on 3s, as opposed to 5 attacks, critting on 5s. But he also has -1 accuracy. So I was going back and forth, should I use him, should I use somebody else? But I want to be able to but get more crits on a Phoenix rather than getting attacks and not wounding or critting and having to deal with the reflex or wound results. So that's why I want to go for the crits. But that's my plan. Next is going to be Mara Jade. I've used her before. She's going out really as Lantern Sword. This is going to be my other damage dealer. And I'm bringing out some bandages. And then finally, I'm going to go out with Boba Fett. Boba Fett's going to be basically my tank here with 6 armor everywhere. He gets 2 insanity when he departs. And I want him to get that one Twilight Sword. If I can get one more wound with this Twilight Sword, I'll be very happy. But that's also why I'm bringing the Orator of Death, because I have to be insane in order to use the Twilight Sword. Right now, he's only sitting with 2 insanity. Last thing I want to point out, of course, I was going through this a lot and deciding on what to fight. I looked through really all my innovations and whatnot, and I realized that my max survival is 8 and not 6. I don't know how I missed that along the way. So, Boba Fett actually has 8, Mara Jade has 6, Yoda has 8, and Dark has 6. So, let's set up that hunt track and see how we make out. Alright, so the first step, I'm going to encounter the mineral gathering. This way, just in case I lose my 1 pickaxe along the way, I'm going to take care of this now. I only have 1 pickaxe, and Mara Jade is the one carrying it. So, again, every survivor with a pickaxe rolls on the mineral gathering table. So let's take a look. I'm looking for 1 iron because right now I have no iron. And if I want to complete the the Phoenix set, I need 1 iron to do that. So it would be great if I could start things off with a 9. Gain 1 scrap basic resource. If this event occurs after overwhelming darkness, you find a cave. Once per mineral gathering. Okay, so if I actually had this back here, I could have went down into the caves where I had a chance to basically get more iron. But unfortunately I didn't. I get 1 scrap basic resource. So hey, that's good. You know, it's not the worst thing ever, because I actually didn't lose my pickaxe, and I guess I could have lost it that way. So no iron, but still on my pickaxe. Alright, so first step, I'm going to have Boba Fett go in. I know these models don't really fully represent who has what, but there was a lot of, like I said, a lot of mixing up going into this fight. So first one is going to be a random event. Okay, so Boba Fett rolls an 80. Let's go, let's get a nice... Now, last time I fought a Phoenix, I was able to ambush it, which really helped. I could go for another ambush. Lovelorn Rock. Okay. The survivors pass a ring of stones with an unassuming boulder at its center. Every survivor must roll a 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, randomized in case of ties, becomes a straggler. Okay, well, let's see if I have anyone that is... Okay, I got some people that are prepared. If you are the event revealer of a hunt event that calls on you to make a roll twice and use the lower result. Okay, well, it's every survivor, so I don't think that's going to matter. So, Boba Fett's going to roll off. He is prepared, so he gets +1 to the roll. Okay, so he's going to get a 3. Mara Jade is also prepared. Okay, so she gets a 3 as well. Yoda, guess what? He's prepared. Okay, he gets a 7. And Dark is not prepared. He rolls a 4. Alright, so it comes down to Mara Jade and Boba Fett. Do I roll off? The lowest one randomized in case of a tie. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boba Fett. Yep. Alright, well, Boba Fett is my straggler. The straggler is smitten with the rock. They heft the boulder. It's heavy and carry it everywhere. Forever in love. The straggler loses 1 gear slot permanently to the rock. This survivor must always leave 1 gear space empty to hold their rock. The rock can be lost like normal gear. Record on your survivor sheet. What? I'm carrying a rock around? You've got to be kidding me. This Twilight Knight in training is blind, indecisive, and is carrying a boulder. Okay. Well, I could get rid of some armor, which I really don't want to. I can get rid of the monster grease, which hurts my evasion. I would like to keep the shield, so I'm actually going to have to get rid of... Oh, I could get rid of the Twilight Sword, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to have to get rid of this Zambato. Oh, that just hurts. Okay. Well, the Zambato, which I thought I lost a long time ago, I'm going to lose right now. And it just becomes a rock. That's silly. So I'm going to write down impairment. Has to, or in love with a rock. That's kind of silly. But I can lose it going forward. So I guess that's one good thing, I guess. But I lose the Zambato. Alright, next is going to be Mara Jade on a Phoenix card. Unmake. Well, here it is. A static fills the air. Reality quivers and bends around the survivors. Objects spontaneously deteriorate, while others appear to sharpen in their field of vision. Each survivor nominates one gear in their gear grid. Well, I know what Boba Fett's going to nominate. It's going to be his lovely rock. Okay. So, let's see. Boba Fett's going to do his rock. Mara Jade is going to use the pickaxe. Yoda will... Oh, man. Yikes. I have to do the dried acanthus, which I don't want to do. And Dark is going to also say the dried acanthus. Yikes. Alright. So let me roll off. So Boba Fett first on his rock. 6, remake. If the gear is a weapon, gain +2 strength token. If the gear is armor, the hit location it's worn and gains +2 armor. If the gear has the other keyword, it is destroyed. Archive it. What would a rock? You think a rock would have an other gear word, wouldn't you? Let me read through this. Remake. If the gear is a weapon, gain +2 strength tokens. If the gear is armor, the hit location it's worn and gains +2 armor. I don't know. I guess I might have to like FAQ this. Right now it's not going to matter, but... Oh, because it's a remake. So no, I don't think it... If it was unmake, then the rock would go away. This is actually remake, so maybe my rock gets more lovely, let's say. Alright, Mara Jade and her bone pickaxe. Okay, if the gear is a weapon, gain +2 strength tokens. Item, tool, and bone. So I could attack with this thing. So, alright, Mara Jade gets +2 strength tokens. That's actually pretty cool to go out with these. Alright. Yoda, dried acanthus. Of course, it disappears. Unmake. The gear twists and falls apart. Gain the resources used to craft the gear and archive the gear. And Dark. Okay. If the gear has the other keyword. Alright, good. Dried acanthus does not have other, so I'm assuming nothing happens. But my one dried acanthus on Yoda does get remade and turns into a fresh acanthus, so I'm going to have Yoda have fresh acanthus. Now, the only problem is that was my one safeguard, because if Yoda ever gets hit for a severe injury, not only does he have the death mask, which is -4 to severe injury rolls, he has leprosy, which is another -1, and top of the food chain -3, so it's -8. So I would have to roll... No, there's nothing. He dies if I have to roll a severe injury. My quote-unquote leader dies. This is why it's going to be a scary year. Alright, moving forward. Next is going to be Yoda on a random. 35. Broken lantern oven. Okay, that could be good. The survivors come across the shattered ruins of a small settlement. Scattered corpses dot the ruins. Disintegrating at the merest touch. An extinguished lantern oven stands intact at the center of the settlement. If any survivor has 3 or more understanding, which I definitely do, the survivor's settlement gains the lantern oven innovation. If they already have this innovation, the event revealer harvests a broken lantern basic resource from its remains. Okay, so another broken lantern that I get. So that's there. I'm actually going to record that scrap from earlier. Scrap, okay. So that's good. So far I have 2 pieces of scrap, which I could make into iron. So far so good. Next is going to be dark with wind tunnel. Gusting wind starting to push the survivors back. The survivors lock arms, struggling to move forward. Roll 1d10 and add the survivor's base strength attributes to the roll. And add all survivors' base strength attributes. Oh, I think this is pretty good. Because I'm pretty strong. So let's see, Boba Fett has 2. Mara Jade's got 1. Yoda has 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 7. And Dark is 1. So I have an 8. So really I need anything but a 1. Whew. Okay, 3. If the result is 10 or more, move forward on the hump board as normal. Otherwise, move the survivors 2 spaces back. Okay, so I am fine. Now we're back to the top. This is another random. It's going to be Boba Fett as a 30. Rotten faces. The stone faces start to give away under the survivor's feet. The faces are bloated and smell terrible. Each survivor must roll on the table. Oh boy. Alright, Boba Fett. 6. You escape without incident. Great. Mara Jade. 5. You struggle to break free. Roll again on this table or spend 1 survival to escape. I'll spend a survival to escape. I think, right? Yeah. Yoda. 4. I'm going to spend a survival to escape. And Dark. 10. You find something gross through the rot. Gain 1 random basic resource. Okay. So far, so good. I'll take another scrap, actually. Or love juice. Love juice would be good. Let's start making some babies. Bone. Okay. Hey, resources are what I need. I don't have any at the moment. Okay, now Overwhelming Darkness. So far, not so bad. Then 1 more Phoenix card, and then the Phoenix. So, Overwhelming Darkness. Okay. So yeah, sane survivors with 3 or more courage. That is Boba Fett. Mara Jade is insane. Yoda is insane as well. And Dark is... Dark is doomed. So someone's in a little bit of everything. Alright, so let's start with Boba. Now remember, I add +1 to these rolls. Okay, 2, which is 3. You emerge from the darkness crippled without doubt. Gain -1 speed token. Well, guess what? That doesn't affect me. Because my Twilight Sword is slow, and it doesn't matter. But put that down there. -1 speed token. Okay, let's do Dark. He's doomed. 5 + 1 is 6. An unseen monster attack. Suffer event damage equal to the quarry's level to 3 random hit locations. Not so good. Alright, so these are 2 points of damage to every spot here for Dark. Body, feet, and waist. So there goes my armor. pretty much out the window right away. So, what was it? Body, feet, and waist. Okay, so those go down to 2. Now again, this is like my utility person, so hopefully Dark doesn't get attacked. So I'm going to keep him safely in the back, but this is really what it's going to come down to right here, Yoda. Yoda and Mara Jade. So let's do, let's change dice, because, you know. Alright, Yoda. Oh, God, I saw an 8 for a second. Alright, 2 plus 1 is 3. This is insane. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You envision a strange fruit that pulses with your heartbeat. You smash it. Spend all your survival or die. Alright. So this went from bad to worse. Because all of the survival that I was going to use for Yoda to line up pounces, to surge and get more attacks, to just simply dashing away has now been spent. Mara Jade. 6, 1, and 7. Startling visions. Gain a random disorder. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me put Indecision back in here. Wow. That's scary. And she is now Vestophobia. You cannot wear armor at the body location. If you are wearing armor at this body location when you gain this disorder, archive it as you tear it off your person. Okay, so I rip off my rawhide vest, which gave me +1 evasion. Now I do not have the rawhide bonus, so when I perform a survival, I can't get it back. Okay. So that gets destroyed. Let's put this back. It's from the Skinnery. Amazing. Wow. I'm just really going to have to hopefully kill this thing and have people survive. Alright, last one is going to be Mara Jade with this card. Bird-brained. The phoenix fussily gathers materials for its temporary nest. Roll a 1d10. 1. If the result is even, move the phoenix 2 spaces forward. If the result is odd, move the phoenix 2 spaces backwards. Okay, so it goes back 2 spaces. 1, 2. Great. More cards for me to die on. Okay, another random. This is Yoda. That's an 8. A low number here. Ugh. I'm definitely scared of this phoenix. Wailing smoke. Okay. A constant moan follows the survivors. Eventually, they enter an area shrouded in thick fog, and the wailing reaches a fevered pitch. Every survivor must roll 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor becomes a straggler. Okay. Each straggler rolls on the table. Wow, so I got multiple stragglers. Alright, Boba Fett. 5, which is really a 6. Mara Jade. 4, which is really a 5. Yoda, 5, which is really a 6, and oh great, so I have 2 stragglers. Oh no, Dark is not prepared, so Dark is my only straggler. Every survivor must roll 1d10, okay. Each straggler rolls on the table. If any survivor has noisy gear, the straggler adds +2 to their roll. Do I have any noisy gear? Yes, I do. I have a whisker harp. Great. 3 plus 2 is 5. The fog grows soupy and begins to wail. The straggler plugs their ears and with their fingers, but it's hopeless. Suffer 1 brain event damage. Okay, ignore this if the survivor's death. Okay, so only 1 brain event damage. Okay. Well, that brings me down to 0. Okay, but I think that's it. Thankfully. Okay. And then finally this last card for Dark. Recurring Nightmare. Without warning, the survivors are plucked from time and find themselves standing at the threshold of the overwhelming darkness. Place the survivors on overwhelming darkness and trigger the story event, even if they have already encountered it this hunt phase. If the monster is between the survivors and the start space, or an overwhelming darkness, the survivors are ambushed and begin the showdown immediately. Or on overwhelming darkness. Oh, I didn't know that the monster could be on this space. Alright, well I have to do it again. That's amazing. Huh. Not so good, not so good. Alright, Boba, you were the courageous one here. Mara was the insane, and... oh no. Mara and Yoda were insane. And Dark was nothing. Wow, overwhelming darkness screwed me, and guess what? I have to do it again before I actually fight the Phoenix. Okay. So, let's do Boba Fett. 1 + 1 is 2. Oh, guess what? I get another -1 speed token. He's doing the best because that does nothing to me. Let's do Dark. 9. Gain +1 insanity and +1 courage. Cool. Alright, well, here's Yoda. 4. You shriek in the darkness, dealing 1 brain event damage to all non-death survivors. Okay. 6, 1, 3, and 0. And then finally, Mara Jade. Oh god. Well, guess what? She also has to spend all of her survival or die. So, my 2 weapon dealers have no survival. Well, folks, it's been fun playing Kingdom Death for you. But it looks like 4 of my people are going to die to this Phoenix. I was so happy I had a bunch of survival. But I guess I underestimated the overwhelming darkness space. Alright. So, I believe now I go back to these spaces, but there's no cards here. I already did them. So I think they come off. And a lot of people are asking questions about maybe putting multiple cards down in one spot. But now, I think I just go to fight the Phoenix. I don't think I do any more spaces, which is kind of weird. So, I'm going to go ahead and fight the Phoenix at the moment. I draw 2 random terrain cards. Debris and some ore vein. Well, there's a way for me to get ore. But I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this guy. So, let's see if the rolls are in my favor without survival. Luckily, my tank still has survival. But we'll see. Let me set it up. I'm very nervous. just double checked, and yes, I need to, even though that the card gets archived when I land on a space, even if there's no card there, I roll a random event. So I'm back to doing that. So I think we're up to Dark. Dark needs to roll a random event. Let's see if these are good ones. 14. Oh, you Phoenix, you. Overlord. Okay, the event revealer falls to their knees, sobbing uncontrollably. They've simply had too much. Scrambling to understand, the survivor must select to despair or never give up. Well, I'm never going to give up. Never going to give up, because that's what I need to do to beat this Phoenix. And I roll a d10. 2. Never give up. Even result. Okay, gain +1 accuracy token. Oh. That helps. Definitely doesn't hurt. If I can find the token. Too bad that's not with Yoda. That would have been sweet. Okay. Now we move forward. And this is going to be... Let's see. Let me double check. If that was with Yoda, that would really help. So it was Boba, Mara Jade, Yoda, Dark. Boba, Mara Jade, Yoda, Dark. Switch back to here. So it was actually Boba Fett who gets a +1 accuracy token. Okay, I'll take that instead. Let's make sure I do that right. So now we're on this space, and this is... Oh, this is the event revealer. The event revealer has to roll twice. And I have to pick the lowest result. Okay, fine. 2 is the lowest result. Good. Just make sure I did it correctly. Sorry about that. Because he's indecisive, I have to roll 2 dice. If he's the event revealer, I have to roll 2 is lower. It's still even, so I get the +1 accuracy token. Great. Okay. So next one is going to be Mara Jade. 92. Failed start. The survivors find the tattered remains of 4 humans, clad in loincloths and clutching stone shards. They bear the distinct marks of white lion claws. Each survivor suffers 1 brain event damage. Oh, jeez. And gains 1 founding stone gear. If the survivors have 3 or more understanding, they gain +10 insanity. Yes! They gain +1 d10 insanity. That is great, because now Boba Fett is going to hopefully become insane. So they all suffer 1 brain damage. Let's do that first. So Dark gets a check mark. Yoda goes down to, what is that? 2 insanity. Mara goes to 5. I really should have rolled first. And Boba goes down to 0. Now they all gain a founding stone, which I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be tossing constantly. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can get out of this. Alright, well, Mara Jade actually has a spot. Boba Fett, I think I can get rid of that stone. Right? I think I can drop a stone to put this founding stone there. Let me double check that stone thing. Lovelorn Rock. The survivor will forever. The survivor must always leave 1 gear space empty to hold the rock. The rock can be lost like normal gear. Oh, lost like normal gear. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's see. Yoda, he can get a free founding stone, and do I get rid of a dried acanthus for a founding stone? For Dark? I think I do. I need to do these wounds. So I have to replace stuff in my gear grid if I want it, or the item gets lost. So I'm dropping a dried acanthus, scary, to have a founding stone. Alright, and then, yeah, I don't think I can get rid of this Boba Fett's stone for a founding stone, which would make sense, but must always leave one gear space empty to hold the rock. The rock can be lost like normal gear. I'm just gonna, sorry, this is, maybe I'll cut this, but I want to see if I gain gear, can I lose the, you know, the gear, blah, 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 blah. The hunt phase. Ambush. Gaining gear on the hunt. If a survivor gains gear during the hunt phase, they may add it to their gear grid immediately. If their gear grid is full, they must either archive the acquired gear or another piece of gear from the gear grid to make room for the new gear. A gear grid may not be rearranged when this occurs, and the item cannot be added to another survivor's gear grid. I'm gonna say that I can get rid of it, especially because it's a stone and I'm finding a better stone. So I'm gonna say that I can get rid of it because you can lose items. This is one way to get rid of an item. I'm ready for all the hate emails or messages, but I'm gonna do this. Just like I tried to get rid of it with the unmake, I'm doing it here too. So let's get rid of that. So I have 4 founding stones, so that's 4 wounds, 4 critical wounds on a phoenix. And I'm blowing through them if I can survive this fight. Because I'm in rough shape. Okay. So I have one more event left, so that was, let's see, Boba got this, Mara got this, back to Yoda. Yoda on the final spot, 46. Last spot, be good to me. River. The survivors come to the edge of the river. They must fan out to pick up the trail again. Each survivor may consume from the river and roll on the table below. Roll once more on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board as you try to find your quarry. Do I have to? May consume. I don't want to consume. I really don't want to consume right now. I'm not going to. But I have to roll on the vent table to move forward, just like normal. Or another one. So this is going to be dark. 46. Wow, river again. No, I do not want to consume from this river. Roll again. 31. Strange path. The survivors... Well, okay, so this very long river, which I found twice, ends in a strange path. The survivors stop at the head of a path. Small lanterns twinkle, marking its edges. The event revealer decides if the survivors follow the path. If the event revealer is insane, they must follow the path. If the survivors follow the path, roll on the table below, adding the event revealer's understanding to the result. Well, I'm not insane. I don't have 3 or more understanding. I do not think I'm going to be following this path. Do I want to follow this thing? I'm risking it. I'm following the path. Dark, let's do this. 10. Strange path. The path leads to the beast you were hunting. The survivors ambush the freaking monster. Start the showdown immediately. I went for it, guys. I went for the strange path. Got the 10 to ambush the monster. It was a rough hunt phase. Very rough hunt phase. But I got 4 founding stones. That's 4 automatic hits, 4 automatic crits. And I get to ambush. So hopefully I can set up a good fight. My utility guy still has survival, and my tank has survival. My damage doers, not so much. Now we can see how interesting this fight's going to become. Alright, so I ambushed the monster, so I get to set up anywhere, and I get first turn. The one thing that I didn't do was give everyone their plus 1d10 insanity. So let me roll off for that. So, Boba Fett, I'm looking for a 3 here, buddy. 10, I will absolutely take. Now you are a Twilight Knight who can actually use his sword. Mara Jade, 4, so she goes up to 9. Wow. They got the never give up, we're going insane to fight this Phoenix. Yoda goes up to 8 insanity. Dark rolled a 6. Now he has 6. So now I don't have to worry about using Orator of Death, which is great. Okay, now because I have the ability to attack with the Twilight Sword, I think I may actually move Boba Fett to attack from behind. Yeah. Alright, so I know you can't see the Phoenix is kind of in the way here, but I've got 2 of my guys attacking from behind the Phoenix at the moment. I've got Yoda 3 spaces away to get ready for his pounce, if that works out. And then I'm all ready with my founding stones. So I do have first turn. See if I can do this correctly. I've got this ore vein over here, which is something I definitely want to get to with Mara Jade, because I have a chance to actually find 2 iron from this. But I think getting these first few attacks in is more critical. Or maybe not. Let's see. Mara Jade's over here. Let's actually set her up next to the ore vein. We'll see if I want to... No. We'll set here. That's a safe spot. Alright. So, I'm going to start with Dark first, okay? I want to get these hit locations set. Then I can see what the criticals are going to be. Maybe I can line up something good. And, obviously crit in the right spots. So, Mara Jade, Dark's going to go first. Hit locations. Got the feathered neck, the glorious head, and the feather's beak. They all have critical wounds. Let's read what they are. Okay. Gain 1 random Phoenix resource and -1 toughness. Okay. The trauma causes the monster to black out momentarily. The monster gains -2 toughness for the rest of the attack. Cancel all reactions until the end of the attack. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And then... Ooh, the intense blow causes the monster's heart to skip a beat. The monster is knocked down. Okay. Well. If it causes the monster to get knocked down. Yes. That's really what I'm going for, because then Boba Fett could attack with Twilight Sword and actually hit. Alright. So I don't even know if it's worth it to use my clawhead arrow at the moment. It might be worth it to just throw a founding stone and cause a critical. Oh man, I should get this clawhead. Oh, I think I got it. I'll knock the monster down. Let's say Boba Fett by throwing the Founding Stone. Then I can attack with the Twilight Sword. Then surge with Dark to use a Clawhead Arrow to hit on 3s. Okay. Yes, I like it. Alright, so the first one's going to be the knockdown. Then this. Then this. Okay. Alright, let's see if this works out, if I set it up correctly. So, Dark, use the Cat Eye Circlet. I can move with Dark if I wanted to. Which actually, I am gonna move over here. Just in case. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go with Boba Fett. Okay. Boba Fett is going to... Oh, but Boba Fett's my tank. Yikes! No one else has survival. Okay, no. I'm going to actually surge with Dark. Let's set this back up. Let's set this back up. Let's set this back up. Okay. We're going to surge with Dark. We're going to throw the Founding Stone. Okay. So let me get my surge abilities out here. I spent my 1 survival. Luckily, I do have survival with 2 of my characters. So the Founding Stone. It is an automatic hit and an automatic critical wound. So let's take the top card of the hit location deck. Oh my god, look at that. It's the Feathered Breast. The intense blow causes the monster's heart to skip a beat. The monster is knocked down. So let's... Can I do this with that? Okay, yeah, I guess that works. Boom. So that is 1 wound. Okay. Oh, Mara Jade had the Rawhide headband. So I was going to have it so I could, you know, see what moves were coming out. It's a better way for me to plan, but so far so good. Okay, monster's knocked down. Dark did his surge. Let's go with Boba Fett, right? Boba Fett is going to... man, Mara Jade. Wow, I don't know what to do. I think I have to do all my wounds right now. Let's hurt this thing. Twilight Sword it. Yeah. Yeah. Spend that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright. Boba Fett. I'm gonna spend a attack action. Okay. We're spending an attack action and a dash survival. Sorry, I'm like really thinking this out because I think this is my first turn to do all my damage or else I could be screwed. So I'm going to spend my attack and I'm going to dash. So this way I can activate my Twilight Sword. Okay. Now, because the monster's knocked down, I hit on a 3 or more. It doesn't matter that I'm from behind or anything. Okay. This is the reason why I didn't attack with the Clawhead Arrow, because this first round, it doesn't matter. Just need a 3. Come on. A 10. Well, that's definitely a hit. Okay. This thing is a strength 9, and I have strength 2, so I just need anything but a 1 to wound. Oh, I want to open my eyes and hope that that's still not a 1. Oh, it is. Okay. Great. Thanks, Boba. You're the best. And this is why I did what I did. So now I'm going to spend my move and surge. Spend another survival, which is crazy. Attack. I hit anything but a 1. Off the table. 3. Okay. Alright. 1 wound with the Twilight Sword. It cost me 2 survival and the monster had to be knocked down in order for me to do this, but it's a wound with the Twilight Sword, so I would gain 1 point of proficiency at the end if my guys survive, and that's gonna be my turn. So next I'm going to pounce with Yoda. So, oh, I actually had to pull a card out. So the first hit was a miss, and the next hit was a wound. Oh, if the attacker had any age token, suffer rewind. Good, I don't have to suffer rewind. Okay, now it is Yoda's turn. Yoda's going to pounce. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, monster's knocked down, so I hit on 3s. Okay, 1 miss. So that's 3 hits. Just no trap card. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Okay. We have super dense. That's fine. I don't have anything that's frail. Feathered body and inner face, which does not have a crit. So let's do the hard beak first. Okay. So Yoda crits on 3 or more. And I think also wounds on 3 or more. So, oh, I pounce. So I actually wound on 2 or more, crit on 3 or more. Let's see how this works. 10, critical, no matter what. Cool. So that is 1 wound. And persistent injury, cracked beak. Ignore the effects of destroyed armor. I will keep that in play. Alright, feathered body. Has plus 2 toughness. 9, critical. I don't care about your plus 2 toughness. I'm critting. The terrific attack slams into the Phoenix's massive frame. It hesitates, shocked that its puny human can harm it. Gain 1 random Phoenix resource. The Phoenix staggers. Cancel all reactions until the end of the attack. Okay, well, the attack is almost over. So a random Phoenix resource. And I'm looking for small feathers. Yes! That's one of them. Small feathers. Okay. Next is inner face. Minus 2 toughness, so I need a 2 to wound. Cool. There's no critical hit on this, but it is a wound. Now, it would be sweet if I could surge with Yoda, but unfortunately, no survival, right? Okay. So Yoda is done. I still have Mara Jade. Now, Mara Jade could attack with the Lantern Sword. I just don't know. Attack with the Lantern Sword, and then I might have to move in the front because I want Mara Jade to maybe get attacked. Ah, that bone pickaxe. Oh, I want that. I hit on 3s here, though. How could I miss this? Maybe I don't. Maybe I go after the bone pickaxe. Let's see how many wounds I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds so far. It's down to 13. I hit on 3s here. Or I go after that stone. Just get it out of the way right now. And just focus on killing here on out. I think that's what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could backfire. I'm not going for the attacks right now. Like, I hit on 5s normally. So I would be hitting on 3s right now. But I could even... This is Lantern Sword, so even if I rolled a 1, all the attacks are misses. And I would just be pointless. So let's go after the iron. And the iron says, roll 1d10. If carrying a pickaxe, instead roll 2d10. And add the results together. 16. 13 or more, find a great haul. Gain 2 iron strange resources. Archive this item. So this is gone, and I just found 2 irons. So I really just need to walk away from this fight. And I've got some pretty good gear at the moment. But unfortunately, it's the Phoenix's turn. So the Phoenix stands up. I really want to survive this one round because then I still have 3 Founding Stones to cause crits. First AI card. Left Wing Strike. Last threat to wound in range. So that was Yoda, right? That was Yoda. So it turns to face Yoda. Okay. Last threat in wound in range. Target gains 1 age token. Move and attack target. So speed 2, so it's going to be speed 3. Hits on 2s. 3 hits. Okay. Now it is damage 2, so really damage 3, but Yoda has leprosy. So it's -1 damage. To the head, waist, and waist. So it's 2 damage to the head, so that goes down to 1. And the waist goes down to a light injury already. Whoa. Then Razor Wing. Survivors in the blast zone suffer knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. So that is actually this. No one's there, thankfully. Okay. But at the end of the monster's turn, it performs closest threat in range. Okay, good. I can actually have it attack Boba Fett over here. So they're both within range, the same distance. All that's going to happen is Yoda's going to get pushed back. Because I can't have Yoda get hit again. He gets hit again in the waist, I'm dead. He dies. So, basic action, targeting Boba Fett. Boba Fett gains an age token. It's going to be 3 speed, accuracy 2. Boba Fett has +2 evasion with the grease and upgraded. So these hit on 4s. Okay, so it is 2 hits. This is 3 damage apiece. To the body and waist. We're just going to take them right now. They both go down to 3 armor. Okay. Alright, then survivors in the blast zone suffer knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. Well, unfortunately, I could move Boba. I could dash Boba to the side. Which... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to do, actually. Actually, I am going to do. So Boba's going to dash over to here. Okay. But that means that for... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he'll get hit. Because he's immune to bash. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way back to here. Okay. He gets a bleeding token, but he doesn't fall down. But Yoda gets knocked all the way back here, falls down, and takes a bleed token. That's okay. As long as Yoda, you are just out of the way. Alright, back to my turn. I've got the iron. Now I can go freaking all in and not have Yoda get attacked, right? So, first things first, right? Dark. Let's hit location it. Let's find out what crits we can do here. Okay. Tail feathers. Impervious. Impervious means I can't do wounds. Okay. Glorious wing. If you're insane, the taste gain +3 survival. Ooh. Okay. Yoda could actually gain 3 survival from this. And then the Glorious Hand, you smash apart the monster's foot. You may spend one survival to howl and encourage all knockdown survivors. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this on top. Okay. So... let's do this, actually. Alright, you're going to see what I do in a second, so... put this on here. Okay, so that was Dark's first action. Okay, Dark is then going to move behind the Phoenix. Okay. Then Dark is going to surge. Okay. And attack with the Clawhead Arrow. So the Clawhead Arrow hits on 6s. Now I see why I should have done it when he was down, because it would have been easier. Alright, so hit on 6s from behind, so really 5s. Yes, 5. The arrow hits. Wow, this is an impervious location, that's why I put it here, it's okay. So I only wounded if it criticals it. So I'm going to roll to get a critical. Nope, 8. I definitely would have wounded, but impervious doesn't do anything. That's okay though, because it does get a -1 evasion token. That was the whole point of this. And to get rid of this hit card. Now I know the next hit card allows you to gain 3 survival. Okay, so what I will do next is I'll have Boba encourage Yoda to stand up. Okay. Yoda's like broken over here. Alright. Yoda stands up. Boba could now move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. So let's get close. End of Boba's turn. He can move 1 space. So let's go here. Okay. Now I'm going to have... so Boba's done. Next I have Yoda and Mara Jade still. Yoda is going to toss the Founding Stone that he has. Automatic hit and automatic crit. And guess what it is? In the glorious winged sphincter. The putrid sphincter explodes. Gain +1 insanity. If you're insane, the taste is delicious. Gain +3 survival as well. So that's kind of weird. I threw this stone from all the way back here, hit the sphincter, it exploded, landed on Yoda's death mask, okay, to gain 3 survival. I'm at 9 insanity. Now we are in business. I can dodge a little bit and get some extra wounds in. So that was a wound. Put it over here. Now I'm gonna freaking move out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's get over here. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next, I have Mara Jade. I'm gonna go in for some attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 3 attacks with the Lantern Sword. I hit on 5s. The evasion means that token gets me hitting on 4s. But I rolled a 1, so attacks don't do anything. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Monster's turn. Haze. It's a mood card. Lantern lights trail in the darkness. Everything slows and thoughts are clear. Each aid token gains the following effects while Haze is in play. -1 movement, -1 speed. Movements from dash and activations from surge are not affected by Haze. Okay. Okay. Not the worst. Basically, it's 1 wound kind of out of the way, so I'll keep that. I'll keep that here. Movement and speed. Well, that's not so bad. Boba doesn't affect him. It affects Yoda, though. So let's keep that out here. End of the monster's turn. It's going to use its basic attack, which is closest threat. which is going to be Boba Fett. Awesome. So, closest threat in range. Yep, it's going to go here. Okay. Then it's going to give me 1 age token. Okay. Now it attacks. So it's going to be 3 speed, like normal. 3 speeds, hitting on 4s. All hit. Oh my god. 3 damage to each spot. Head, body, and waist. I'm just going to take them again. Armor, armor. Head goes down to 3. My body and waist have no armor. I want to save these survivals for... I don't know what I'm saving them for. I don't know. But that's it. Then I get knocked back 7, bash, but I'm immune to bash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another bleed token. Okay. Okay. Monster's turn's over. The monster has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 wounds left. Oh, exciting. Okay. Dark. Hit locations. Let's get some crits going. Alright, crit gain 1 random phoenix. All knockdown survivors stand up. Let's see. Time leak. All survivors gain Age Eater while this persistent injury is in play. Spend 3 age tokens to gain 1 survival and suffer 1 brain damage. That's kind of cool. And the other one is critical wound. The monster's eye bursts with milky ichor, and adjacent survivor gains +1 sanity and +1 survival. If they are insane, they may spend 3 survival to find a deep inspiration. No. Alright, so if you're adjacent to the monster here, you gain +1 survival. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that was Dark's action. Okay, then Dark's going to move adjacent. Let's see, if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Yoda, that silly haze is in play. -1 movement and -1 speed. Let's see, if I could do this right with Yoda, I might be able to get all these crits in. So if Yoda goes... because if I dash and surge, they're not affected by haze. Not affected by haze. So if I did dash move, that's going to cost a lot of survival. If I dash to here, and then I surged and pounced, I could land next to the monster and get some attacks in. So that's what I'm going to do. So Yoda is going to, because I get a survival back. So I'm going to spend 1 survival to dash right now. Okay. Then I'm going to spend a 2nd survival. Oh, is this worth it? Two survival is kind of rough. I'm going to get 1 back. Yeah, alright, I'm going to do it. I want to get some wounds in. So, okay, look at this. I'm going to dash right now to set myself up for pouncing. Okay, then I'm going to spend another to surge, and then spend my normal movement to go here, and I don't get affected by the -1 speed because I use surge in my activation. Okay, so I have 4 attacks. But see, my attacks aren't that good. I hit on 7s, I'm blind. I hit on 8s. I hit on 7s because of that arrow. I don't think that was worth it for 2 survival. Okay, 2 hits. 2 hits. Sweet. So those are 2 hit locations. Okay, so here's the first one. In the glorious eye, looking for a 3. 1. I don't get the crit or the wound. Going for the glorious handed feet. 9. Well, that's a crit. Gain 1 random Phoenix resource. You may spend 1 survival to Howl and encourage all knockdown survivors. So I spent 2 survival to only do 1 wound. I thought I was going to get another survival out, but I couldn't crit. Okay, and I gain Black Skull. It actually counts as iron. Okay. So now I have Mara, Jade, and Boba still. So let's have Mara, Jade. Silly thing is, I can't attack from behind. So let's have Mara, Jade attack right here. I hit on 4s. Okay, 2 hits. Okay, let's see here. Glorious Armpit. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Don't want that to happen. Alright, let's do the soft lower gut first. Okay, the underside of its pale soft. -2 toughness to wound this location. So, Lantern Sword again gets 2 d10s because it's sharp. So I'm going to roll the first one to see if I crit. 7 plus 2, that's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 strength. That is definitely a wound. Next one is the soft lower gut. Is that what I just did? No, I did soft lower gut. This one is the glorious armpit. I don't want to fail here because it performs a basic action. First roll is a 9. Not a crit, but definitely a wound. As long as these weapons hit, I'm doing some damage. Man, wow, if only Mara Jade... Wow, I could have... If Yoda did that wound, they all could have gained a survival. Mara Jade would have gotten a survival. Whew, that would have been sweet. I could have attacked again. Alright, Boba's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Movements... Oh man, my movement's only 3. Because I got 2 tokens on me. I'm just going to move up. The end of my... I'm going to move up and I'm going to... Guess what? I'm going to put my shield up. So I'm going to block the next attack, which I'm definitely going to need. And then I can move up 1 space. Because I have my special leather boots. I can move up 1 space at the end of my activation. So I'm sitting pretty. I still have 2 founding stones. So if I get some more good crit locations, I can do this. So it is the monster's turn. Pitying Sigh. All survivors in field of view, which is everybody. Each target gains 1 age token. Oh, that's going to suck for this Haze card. 2, 3, 4. Intimidate all targets. If the target is insane, they laugh in the face of the monster's ignorant condescension. They may spend 3 survival to gain +1 courage. Otherwise, target suffers 2 brain damage and is knocked down. If the target is insane, they laugh in the face. They may spend 3 survival to gain +1 courage. I'm assuming if they don't, they suffer 2 brain damage and is knocked down. Wow, so everyone's going to get knocked down? Whoa. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Yikes. Well, I'm going to have... I'm actually going to have Boba Fett laugh. So he gains +1 courage, which he's already at max. And everyone else suffers 2 brain damage knockdown. I don't want to have a whole nother round of people getting knocked down. Like, I don't want to have a whole round of people fighting on the ground. That kind of makes sense, right? Wow, that's rough. They laugh. They may spend 3 throughout the game with some courage. Wow, that's crazy. So everyone else falls down. Oh, everyone but Boba. Okay. Alright. So that's the end of the attack. So now it does its perform basic action. Closest threat in range. So that's going to be Boba. He moves up 1 space. Boba gains a token. And then attacks. So 3 speed, hits on 4. Some misses would be nice here. 2 misses is awesome. And guess what? I had my shield up. So I block this. I like it. Now it would push me back. So I'm actually going to dash here. Let's move out of the way. And a dash I can use as many moves as I want. I don't get affected by haze, so that's fine. And that is the end of the round. Or, no, well, it's mine. So let's see, I dashed. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Scary. Very scary. Okay, back to me. Boba Fett's the only one standing. I'm wondering if I keep him on the... He's the only threat. So I might actually keep him the only one standing. Block this turn. Because then everyone else is just going to stand up next turn. Or else I would do that. That would happen. I would spend another one to lift up. How many wounds are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is getting close. This is over here. This silly haze. I only have 1 survival out with Boba Fett. Can I survive 2 attacks with this thing? I'm going to try. I'm not going to encourage right now. I'm going to have the monster... Oh, so it's Boba Fett's turn, right? He's going... Oh, then you know what? I probably should have just backed up. Let's do that. Let's not spend my dash. Let's just get knocked back. Right? I get knocked back. And I'm going to get my survival back, but I take a bleed. Yeah, let's do that instead. So now it is my turn. I have 4 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move up 1 space. I'm going to activate my shield, and then I'm going to move up 1 space. So I still have 2 survival. Okay. Monster's turn. Instant wing strike. Last threat to wound in range. Last threat to wound in range. That's a weird one. Last threat to wound. Well, I guess the last threat is Boba Fett, because it's the only threat, and he's wounded, the monster. So it's going to be him. Target gains +1 age token. Materialize and attack target. So let's take a look at Materialize again. Remove the monster from the Showdown board and place it adjacent to the target. It may be placed, they suffer collision as normal. Well, I don't suffer collision because I have a shield, so the monster just moves like this. Okay, that wasn't so bad. And same thing. It's gonna be 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Whoa. Okay, let's see where they all hit. The waist, body, and waist. Well, my waist. Ooh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Yikes. Alright, well, let's see here. I'm gonna have to dodge the waist. 1 dodge. Oh, I get a block, right? I get a block, so we're gonna block 1 waist. Okay, so now I have a body and a waist. Both of these, this is the only spot I've gotten hit, really. Both of these get me to a heavy hit location. I'm gonna dodge the body shot. So I just get hit in the waist, which is a heavy, which knocks me down, and then I get pushed back, which is another bleed. Oh boy. Or do I want to dodge both? No, this is scary. I'm up 4 bleeding tokens. Now, I've got bandages on Jade, but I'm not going to be able to get there in time. So someone's going to have to take the attacks from... Oh, wait a second. This is his first attack, right? So he still has to do basic action. So that's not going to happen. He's going to do disdain. We do not want that. So I actually have to dodge both these attacks so I don't fall down. I can dodge both of them because I have extra senses. Whoa. Hold on a second. Oh wait, I think I'm actually dead. I think I'm actually dead. Less threat to wound gains 1 bleeding token, 1 age token. I blocked 1, then the other 2 come in. Both of them would knock me down. So if I dodge them both, I'm still standing there. I get pushed back. Wow. You know what? I gotta look up and see what Sour Death is. Because that's the one thing that Boba gained, right? He gained that. I forget from what, though. Something pretty big. Sorry, I might have to cut this. What's Sour Death from? See the truth? Yeah, sorry. When you are knocked down, you may encourage yourself if you do gain +1 strength token. That does not help me. Alright, let's see if I can think this out. I gain a bleed. Puts me there. If I stay here. Or I get knocked down, I gain the bleed anyway. Then it performs closest threat. If it doesn't, it does disdain. And disdain is going to do spiral age. All non-death survivors suffer brain damage equal to monster level. Perform spiral age. So that is, spiral age is you gain 400 XP for each token you have. So Yoda would get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dark, Jade. Boba Fett would cease to exist. And I I still have that one founding stone. I think Boba Fett is beating it. So either he beats it by bleeding out, or the Phoenix does disdain, and I lose. People gain oh, I've got one shot at this. Okay. I think I found one way around it. Let's see. So I have to... I think I got it. Hold on. 2 survival. I have to fall down. So I'm actually going to take both hits. Okay. So I fall down and get pushed back. That's how I get my 4th bleed token. Okay. This is over with. Now, before the Phoenix goes, or before, it might even be I have to do it before I get pushed back or resolved. I'm going to actually surge. Instead of dodging, I'm going to surge before I get knocked down, because I don't know if I can actually surge while I'm knocked down. Maybe not. So I'm going to do this before I take the damage. I'm going to surge. Yes. I'm going to do Dreaded Decade. Okay. Roll 1d10. If the result is equal to or less than your current insanity, remove all age tokens. Boba Fett has 10 insanity. I get to remove all age tokens. Okay. That's when he gets knocked down. This is when the creature has no targets because all the threats are done. It does its basic action, which goes on top of back to the center of the board, and does disdain. Wow, I don't know if I got out of that safely or not. Phoenix. Place the Phoenix at the center of the Nightmare Tree. It emits a hissing moan. All non-death survivors suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level. Okay. Then it performs Spiral Age. So this is the first time Spiral Age has actually happened. So everyone loses 2 insanity. Boba goes to 8. Mara goes to 5. Yoda goes to 5. And Dark goes to 2. Okay. Now Spiral Age comes into play. This is when, for every age token you have, you increase your XP, your Hun XP, 4 spaces. But if it goes beyond your Hun XP, you cease to exist. Which is why I had to clear them off Boba Fett. Which is why that was my only way of doing it, was using this one ability on this Dreaded Decade card. There's actually an activation here that you can use as an action to remove them. Luckily, Boba Fett had full insanity, so I could go ahead and do that. That was this, which allowed me to do that. Okay, so I remove these tokens. Now Dark goes up 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yoda goes up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now the scary thing is, they're almost close to like retirement. Pretty scary. And Mara goes up 4. So it looks like Yoda went in. This is probably his last fight if I survive this. I get rid of all the age tokens, so that's good. And now everyone stands up, but Boba, because he just fell down. So stands up here. Yoda, all my pieces are falling apart, but that's okay. Stands up here. Okay, and Dark stands up here. Okay. My turn. Got a lot of work ahead of me still. So Dark is going to circlet it. Let's get a good... Okay, the trap card's here, so this is scary. So let's just see what the trap card does again. That's going to stop any of my crits and my attacks. So if I can plan for the attack... Oh, my piece is just falling apart. Okay. So the trap card is, the survivors are frozen in time. All survivors are doomed. They cannot block or use fighting arts. The attacker is caught helplessly. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. All attack rolls hit on 2+ regardless of modifiers. So I'm probably going to have Mara Jade actually pull this card, because she has full armor still. But the Phoenix suffers 1 extra wound and stumbles. Move it forward 1 space. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So we're going to have 1 critical go through. Boba. Okay. Pieces are falling. So this has been a weird fight. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I've been all over. I'm trying my best not to die this fight and have my survivors come out of this obviously alive. My pieces are falling apart on me. It's late. I want to get this in because I'm actually not going to be able to put another video out for a little while. In a few days, I'm actually going away to Taiwan for vacation with my wife and some of her friends. So I wanted to get this video in and my last year's butcher fight up and posted before I leave. I'm only gone for a little over a week, but that's why I wanted to get this fight in. It's late, but I want to do it. So Dark used his action. Dark is also going to spend a survival to encourage Boba Fett to stand up. Okay. Now I'm going to have Boba Fett throw his Founding Stone on this hit location. Feathered back. Critical wound. The Phoenix suffers 1 extra wound and stumbles. Move it forward 1 space. So that is 2 wounds I just did to this thing. It is down to 5 wounds. Now I know the next card is the trap card. What do I want Boba to do next? Boba has 1 survival. He can only take 1 more bleed until he's dead. Now the only one with bandages is Mara Jade. I could bandage up or pull it. Yoda still hasn't attacked yet. So we're going to have, let's see, 1... Alright, we want Boba to stay safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's stay there. Okay, Mara Jade's going to attack the Phoenix. Not a 1. Cool. So 3 hits. That is the trap card, which is what we want. Okay. So it turns, performs basic action, hits on 2+ regardless on Mara Jade. And there are 2 1s, which is freaking awesome. Alright, the 1 hit location that gets hit for 3 damage is the body. Cool, cool. 1 armor left there. And now this gets reshuffled. Alright. Mara Jade cannot surge. Again, she has no survival. Yoda is behind the Phoenix now. Yoda has 1 survival left. This might be the turn to attack and surge. 'Cause I don't know where the trap is in here. I think I know something else I'm going to do. Alright, Mara Jade is going to just move here. Okay. Good. I'm going to have Dark, Surge, Cat Eye Circlet this thing. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Feathered Neck, random resource, -1 toughness. If I crit here, Phoenix would get knocked down and materialize. When the monster draws an AI card... Oh, I might do this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Do I still have one more? I have one more Founding Stone left on Mara Jade, so that's good. Okay. Put these on top. Yoda's turn. Yoda is attacking from behind. So I have 4 attacks. Okay. I hit on 7s. Accuracy -1. I hit on 8s. The arrow from behind. 7s. I'm from behind. Hit on 6s. So if I needed any hits, now's the time to do it. Okay. Well, 2 hits. In the belly and the feathered neck. We're going to do the belly first. Crit on 3s. Critical wound. Get this out of the way. Persistent injury, open wound. When the monster draws AI, roll 1d10. On a result of a 1, suffer a wound. Great. Okay. Next one, feathered neck. 2. I do not think I wound at all. Ugh. Okay, Yoda has 4 strength, 5, 6, 7 from the guitar, 7, 8, 9 because of the gear, 10, 11. Nope. No wound. No wound. All right, this is it. I'm gonna surge. I'm gonna surge. I'm gonna attack again. When I need 6s to hit, right? 3 hits. The glorious armpit, the soft lower gut, and tiny hands. Alright, well, tiny hands is impervious. So let's do that right now. It's a critical wound. Gain 1 small hand parasite. Impervious. Damn you, impervious. Okay. Next. Soft lower gut. The underside is pale and soft, -2 toughness to this wound location. 6, critical. The phoenix's belly opens, spilling a thick, foul ooze. Any adjacent survivors begin to vomit and are knocked down. Wow. Why did I not read this ahead of time? All survivors gain Age Eater. While this persistent injury is in play, spend 3 age tokens to gain 1 survival and suffer 1 brain damage. Well, I'm an idiot. So it is a wound. But Yoda gets knocked down. And so does Dark. Maybe it's a good thing because now they're not threats. Maybe? But that's it. Dark went, Yoda went, Mara Jade pulled the trap, and Boba flew over there. So this creature has 3 wounds left. It has Pitying Sigh, all survivors in field of view. So this is when they all gain an age token. And then the left wing strike, last threat to wound in range. Uh-oh, that might be poor Boba. It would be Boba. Because Mara Jade has not wounded Oh, did Mara? No, Mara Jade did actually wound. No, Boba threw the dagger, right? Yeah. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I gotta shuffle it anyway. I'm gonna roll off. 1 through 5 is this card. 6 through 10 is this. There it is. Left wing strike. Last threat, 2 wound in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes right here. Okay, target gains 1 age token. Oh, wait a second. This was here, right? This was here? This was here. This was here? That was there. Okay. Last threat in range to wound. It has 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Last threat to wound in range. Oh, wait a second. This is not going to work. Alright. Target gains an H token. Now it moves an attack. I could dash away from this. Survivors and Blast Zone suffer knockback 7. Bash and bleed 1. Oh, no, I think I'm okay. Because he would blow that way. Okay, he goes here. Okay, he attacks me. Hits on 4s. 2 hits. The foot and the hand. Oh, thank God, I have armor in those locations. So the hand goes to 3, the foot goes to 3. Alright. Then Razor Wing. Survivors in the Blast Zone, which is to the left. Knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, he got pushed real far. And bleed 1 on Mara Jade. Okay. End of the monster's turn. Performs... Oh, it drew an AI card, right? Whew. Okay. Okay. Drew an AI card. On the result of 1, the monster takes a wound. Oh, I was hoping. I was hoping, guys. Okay, now it performs its basic action. Now I gotta try and find out how I can survive this. Closest threat in range. Okay, well, it's Boba Fett. Boba Fett then takes an age token. It now has 2. It attacks. Okay, so if I suffer another bleed token, I die. It is going to attack me now. If I can survive its attack, I can dash out of the way so I don't take the bleed token. But first, I have to survive this attack. So, 3 attacks. Okay. He is hitting on 4s. Low numbers. A 2, a 3, and a 5. A 5 hits me in the foot, which I have armor to. My armor of my foot is now gone. Now it's going to blow me back, but guess what? I'm dashing out of the way with my last survival. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to the side here. This is the turn I have to kill the Phoenix in. Okay. Oh. Mara Jade. Mara, you got knocked down. You got knocked down. Okay. So this thing has 3 wounds left. These 2 people stand up. Because they knocked down before the monster's turn. All the pieces are falling off here. That's how tough this fight is. Okay. I have 1 Founding Stone left. Oh, for Mara Jade. Okay, good. So Mara could still throw that. Okay. Going all out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I think I can do this, guys. All right, this is exciting. So first things first, let's have Dark Cat Eye Circlet. No trap card, and we'll be in good... Okay, good. No trap card. Wow, and there's a Death Blow card on here. Wow. Okay. It has 3 wounds left, and I actually pulled a Death Blow card. Now, the Death Blow card is something special happens if this is a card that actually kills the Phoenix. So now the other 2 cards. Oh, yeah. Wow. The Phoenix suffers 1 extra wound and stumbles. Move it forward 1 space. And then Death Blow. Alright, the Death Blow is... A shining rainbow appears in the spray of blood, revealing secrets of the future. The survivors rejoice, and the moment changes them forever. All survivors gain +1 understanding, +1 courage, +1 hunt experience, and +1 weapon proficiency. Well, the weapon proficiency would definitely help Boba Fett out. Or... Wow, okay. So, I'll let you know what's going through my mind right now. It has 3 wounds left, right? It has feathered back right here. So if I critically wound in this space, which I can do, I have the Founding Stone, the Phoenix suffers 1 extra wound and stumbles forward. So it would suffer 2 wounds, meaning it has 1 wound left to do a Death Blow on. So that's an automatic. Or I critically wound it with this other card, and I gain 2 small feather Phoenix resources, which I really want small feather resources. That was the whole point. But I think I'm going to go for the Death Blow. So if I critically wound here, +2, -2 toughness on this location. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I set these up. So that was my regular attack for Dark. Dark is now going to encourage Mara Jade to stand up. Mara Jade will toss the Founding Stone, my last Founding Stone, at the Phoenix. Hit location in the feathered back. Critical wound. The Phoenix suffers 1 extra wound and stumbles forward. There are its last 2 wounds. It has 1 wound left. Moves forward 1 space. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Because I could actually not kill it here. Cause it to stand up. I'm trying to think. Encouraged. Went over there. Alright, let's try and play it. Oh my god. I have 3, 4. Wow, I think I might have messed up. Because I have the next attack would do it. But Boba Fett has to be the one that attacks with the Twilight Sword. Right now I still can't hit well with the Twilight Sword. And Dark I don't think would get a chance. And now it's out of range of Yoda. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. Since I knew what was coming out, I'm going to take it back. Sorry, I have to rewind this. Where's 2 AI cards that I didn't know of. So that's like this. I don't want to risk it. So I encouraged with Dark. She stood up. I'm not going to throw the Phoenix Stone. I'm only taking this back because I knew what the cards were. Okay, if obviously I didn't know what the cards were and I did this, I wouldn't rewind. But because I set it up, I'm going to. Plus I'm fighting the Phoenix, they can rewind time, whatever. I can rewind time too. Jerk. I'm going to go with Yoda first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the reason why I'm going with Yoda first is Yoda would not be within range to do this. So I'm going to attack with Yoda. And if I move forward, the only person I had left to attack was Boba Fett with the Twilight Sword. I might not hit. Phoenix would go, and it would be all downhill from there. With 1 wound left, it would kill me, I think. So Yoda's going to go 4 attacks. I'm hitting on 7s, 8, 7. I hit on 6s. Okay, well, take a look at that. No hits. Well then, I guess it really does come down to me attacking with Boba. Well, okay. I guess those are the Kingdom Death Gods saying, don't break our system. Phoenix Stone. 2 extra wounds. Moves forward 1 space. Boba Fett. This is your moment to shine. Twilight Sword. I hit on 9s. I hit on 8s. Wow, this is horrendous. 9 base, right? I have 1 proficiency, so it's an 8. I'm blind, so it goes back up to 9, but there's a giant arrow, so an 8. I need to roll an 8 to hit this thing. Or else, someone is dying. Come on, Boba, if you want to be a Twilight Knight, it comes down to this. 9. That is a hit in the inner face. -2 toughness to wound this location. Death blow. Boba Fett, you have hit. All you have to do is wound. Anything but a 1. And it is a 3. Oh my god. Boba Fett comes in, jumps on the back of this Phoenix, slices through the whole body, says, I am the Twilight Knight. Kills the Phoenix, actually in the inner face, cuts its face off. The Phoenix is killed at this occasion. Its brain explodes. A shimmering rainbow appears in the spray of blood, revealing secrets of the future. The survivors rejoice, and the moment changes them forever. All survivors gain +1 understanding, +1 courage, +1 hunt experience, and +1 weapon proficiency. Holy moly. Look, I don't care if someone's going to say I couldn't get rid of the rock to replace it with another stone. I don't care if for some reason they say you couldn't spend a surge to do Dreaded Decade at that time because the flow was messed up. Those are the only 2 iffy points. I'm playing this exactly like it played out. That was super, super tough, from the 2 overwhelming darkness on the track to losing my survival with Yoda and Mara Jade. If they had survival, I actually could have fought and beaten this Phoenix, I think, not easily, but I wouldn't be dying here. Now here's the only thing. Yoda, he's going to be retired after this fight. I can't use him anymore. Wow. That was the closest fight I've ever had in Kingdom Death, and you were here to enjoy it. Let me make sure that, first of all of the all this is taped and recorded. It was a long fight. Oh my god, I had 5 minutes left to record this. So let's just gain let's gain the resources first. So when you kill a phoenix, oh my god, when you kill a level 2 phoenix, you gain 6 resources. Yeah, I'm looking for some small feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, not really anything. And then 4 basic resources. Bone. Anything. Bone. Hide. Alright, let's put everything out here. So look at this. Some irons. I got 1 small feather. Some hands. Broken lantern, a fresh acanthus, that, black skull, bone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Alright, let's do my death, no, I'll do the death blows, all the permanent death blows I'll do when I level up my characters. Because I think I'm going to have to do some ages at that point, and then I want to get this video loaded up on the computer so I can actually record the next stage. Wow, what a fight. This was the turning point. I knew this was going to be a really, really pivotal fight. I hope everyone stuck out and watched it. I was doing a lot of thinking, a lot of back and forth. Getting those founding stones, wow, that really was the winner. 4 guaranteed hits. Came into the trap card once, worked that out. Boba Fett didn't die from all those attacks. They landed in the right locations. He didn't die because of bleeding tokens. Wow. Any hit, he deserved the win. He hit with the Twilight Sword at the end. And did it. Carved the face off this phoenix. We're going to rejoice back at the settlement after this one. Here we are back at the settlement. This is the next day since I've actually played. I'm leaving for Taiwan tomorrow, so I wanted to get this last part of this video done and upload it so I can at least show it before I leave, obviously. I won't be commenting, obviously, on my videos for about a week or so until I get back, just to give everyone a heads up. And as soon as I come back, we'll be going into year 19 and we'll be at the home stretch. Something that I've been thinking about is obviously the end of that fight. I was going through and trying to find a way out on how Boba Fett could have used that surge ability to then, get rid of all those age tokens. And I really couldn't come up with a good idea on how he could do that besides, well, if there was someone else playing with me, they would have pointed out, hey, let's just get rid of the age tokens on Boba Fett so we don't have to worry about it. He had a bunch of actions. He had that extra survival in case he wanted to surge on a previous round. So that's obviously what I'm going to chalk it up to, which led to something I was thinking of. When I do another campaign, it might be pretty sharp if I actually did, 1 or 2 of my sessions actually live, because as soon as I post this, I get a lot of people that view it right away. So if I actually picked a date and people are interested, I might do a live taping, and this way people can chime in and give me some advice as I'm playing. Just an idea. But while I'm away, if anyone else can come up with ideas on how Boba Fett could have gotten away from that, possibly legitly, through a flow or whatnot, definitely chime in. I'll definitely appreciate the feedback. But however that fight went down, that's the way it was sticking out. That was one of the coolest fights I've ever done, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. So now we're back at the settlement. Now, because we killed the Phoenix, right, with the death blow, we get all these extra abilities. So all survivors get +1 understanding, +1 courage, +1 hunt experience, and +1 weapon proficiency. So I'm going to do that right now for everybody. So Dark gets hunt XP, weapon proficiency. Let's just... he shot with a bow, right? So let's just put bow on here for now. I don't know if he'll stick with it, but we'll do that. +1 courage and understanding brings him up to 2 on both of those. And that's it for him. Okay. Mara Jade gets the same thing. She gets her 1. She's going to get Mara Jade. I'm not sure if I'm going to give her any experience. I moved everything around. Now I'm just trying to remember if she had the axe or she had the sword, right? So let me switch that out. Weapon proficiency is going to give her the sword. She got a wound there. Okay, 1 and 1. So she actually pops her understanding. So let's do that. Let's do that now. Get that out of the way. So that's going to be insight. Okay, insight. So we're back at the settlement phase. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think this would take place during the showdown. The survivors rejoice. Yeah. So during the showdown, she gets the +1 understanding. So that's going to be empathy. She gets analyze. At the start of the survivor's turn, if you are adjacent to the monster, reveal the top AI card, then place it back on the top. Wow, that's pretty cool. Check off analyze, and let me roll the d10. 6. Gain +3 survival and +3 insanity. Wow, an 8 would have been a +1 permanent accuracy. That would have been real sharp. Let me just put that in there now. So she goes to 9 insanity, and she gains 3 survival. Okay. So that is her. And Dark. Yoda gains courage and understanding. So he's 1 away from max on both of those. I really don't want him to get max courage because he's going to go blind, and that's just not going to be good at all. He gets the 1 hunt experience and weapon proficiency with... he had a grand weapon. I'm going to switch it over to Qatar's in case I ever do bring him back out. Okay, and again, this is all just from the death blow. And then Boba Fett, he gets his 1. So his hunt XP allows him to age up. So that's his second age, right? So this is improved reflexes. The years sharpen your reflexes. Roll on the table below. Ooh, 18? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Gain a random fighting art. Man, that stinks. Alright, let's get our fighting arts out. As you go up in the years, fighting arts are less likely to come up, and you get more of a chance to get like a plus permanent skill, or you know, +1 strength or accuracy. But let's see, fighting art, leader. Okay, so Boba Fett is the new leader of the group. He got that from aging. Let's give him, he's already at max courage. He gets his 4th understanding. But the important thing is he gets his 2nd Twilight weapon proficiency. Twilight sword. So that's good because, again, every time my Twilight sword levels up, it's +1 accuracy really to use the weapon. So that is what the death blow did. Okay, so I can get that card out of the way, put that back. Now we're going to actually level up our characters like normal. So Boba Fett gets another +1 hunt experience and another weapon proficiency. So this brings him to 3 weapon proficiency with the Twilight sword. Now let me show you what makes this pretty cool. So the Twilight sword here, this is its weapon proficiency. It's different than all the others. So the other ones trigger, I think, at 3. This one actually triggers at rank 2. You can see that. And rank 4. So right now at rank 2, it ignores cumbersome on the Twilight sword. So that's great. So now I can actually move and attack with Boba Fett. And number 4, if I can get 1 more, is when attacking with the Twilight sword, ignore the slow, gain +2 speed. So I'll get 3 attacks on this weapon, which is great. I just need to use him 1 more time with the sword. So Boba is completely done. Alright. Mara Jade gets her experience and her 2nd with the sword. Dark gets his hunt experience, and that's going to trigger... Wow, this is his 3rd enhanced senses. Whoa, experience sharpens your instincts. Roll on the table below. 8? Gain a random fighting art. Oh boy. Alright, Dark. Random fighting art coming up. Double dash. During your act once per round, you may spend an activation to gain movement. Much rather, I would even take another strength, but double dash. Okay. And I'll give him another one in bow. So that's done. And then Yoda over here. Actually, I don't even know if Dark did a wound. I'll have to go back and check to see. If someone can... I don't know if they'll be able to tell. I don't want you guys to go back. But I'll check to see if Dark actually did a wound with the bow. I know he shot the arrow, and I know it hit, but did it actually do a wound? Because if not, I can't get those weapon experience. And then Yoda, he gets another one with Qatar. So he's at 2 with Qatar. And his Hun XP levels him up one more. Oh, that's right. That's what I forgot to do. So Dark and Yoda, I have to roll for their ages. Now, I just leveled up Dark's age for enhanced senses. What I actually have to do is improve reflexes because they aged real quickly due to the Phoenix. So I didn't mark it, and now I realize that that's what that means. So this is going to be Dark's improved reflexes. What is that? 13 plus 1 permanent strength. Well, there you go. My prayers were answered. And now Yoda here has to roll for his enhanced senses and the max you can get all the way on the chart. The very last one, or second to last one, is Lucky Elder. Okay. So let's see. Lucky Elder. Age is the rarest resource of all. Roll on the table below. So this guy I've had since the beginning. He went by a different name. Now he's Yoda. Gets a 5. Gain +1 permanent evasion. Ooh. Alright. So now he can literally go on one more fight and then he retires. Retire means I cannot bring him out anymore. So I got one fight left in him. Unless there's an item that I can build actually with the Shimmering Halo that I got from a Phoenix, which allows me to bring out retired characters. So I'll see if I have the resources to build that later on. But right now, my main man, Yoda, is just chilling back at base. Okay, so that's my level up on all my characters. Alright, so we come back to the settlement. I get 5 endeavors because Yoda actually is a tinkerer. So I get an extra endeavor when I come back. So now we have to do the random settlement. Sorry, I don't have music going in it. Set that up. I don't know if it's boring with just my voice. Shuffle these, roll off. 9, 8, 9. Ooh, here's a new one. This is a strange spot. This is actually one of the promo cards. Alright. Let's see. The survivors discover a man-sized patch of darkness on the outskirts of the settlement. Their lantern flickers and dims as they approach. Choose a returning survivor to investigate the strange spot and roll on the table below. Let us... Let's send Dark out. Dark's gonna go check things out real quick. So roll on the table below. 3. The survivor emerges from the spot. Startlingly transformed. Gain the belt of gender swap. Place it in your gear grid now. Belt of gender. It might actually be in the other room. Hold on one second. I want to pause this thing. Okay. It's actually right behind me. Here is the belt of gender swap item. Item jewelry other. Cursed. While in your gear grid, change to the opposite sex. Okay. So Dark went out to look at this spot, and he came back a she, apparently. So now I have to put this belt on him all the time, or her, I guess I could say. Wow, this would have been really cool. If I rolled higher, I could have gained +1 permanent evasion, accuracy, and strength. Dark, man, you're letting me down. That's pretty cool. I got that. At least no one died, right? Dark is now a female. So gender swap. Female. Gender. Okay. So I have 5 endeavors coming back. So first things first, because it all depends on really what I get for my innovations. What I'm going to really what I'm going to do for the year, so let's do that. So my first endeavor, I get to draw 4 of these. I'm spending a bone, a hide, and an organ. Okay, to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have? Bloodletting, partnership, bed. None of the ones that I actually needed. Wow, and none of them add anything else special. That was like a waste. Now I'm going to start blah 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 blah. In the last showdown, gain the insanity of the dead survivor. Gain the hunt experience of the dead survivor. That's actually not so bad. I think I'm just going to go with bed because I get an extra survival limit. Spend 1 resource and roll. Yeah, that's honestly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pick bed. There's 2 cards in the innovation deck that I'm really looking for, and apparently it's one of these 4 that I didn't pick. So I'm going to pick bed only really for the +1 survival limit, but what this allows me to do is I can spend an endeavor, I can gain insanity, or I can cure some broken arms and whatnot. So I think that was a waste of 3 resources. None of them can add extra consequences, so bed's in there. So I have 4 endeavors left. Let me show you what I'm actually going to build. So first thing, my 1 fresh acanthus becomes a dried acanthus. I'm going to use this as a hide to rebuild my rawhide chest plate so I can still have a full armor set. I'm going to switch my rawhide set to be my utility class next year. So there'll be the ranger and the one with the cat eye circlet. I think that's going to be good. Because finally, by spending an iron, hide, small feathers, and a bone, I can build my Phoenix Gauntlet. When I depart, I gain +1 insanity, but the real important thing is that I now can complete the Phoenix armor set, which looks something like this. Phoenix armor. +1 to all hit locations, so I'll have 5 armor base, and the special ability here, charge. Spend basically my move and action. Full move in a straight line at the end of your movement. Activate a melee weapon attack. Add the number of spaces you moved to the strength of your attack. Pretty cool. I'm really just looking for that extra piece of armor. So finally, that's built. I think I'm going to store all my other items, which is 2 more irons, like an iron and a black skull, broken lantern, some bones, and some organs. I'll save those, so I'll have to mark those off. 4 endeavors. I'm going to do Shrine first. I think Shrine's pretty important going forward for the insanity and the armor. So I'm going to spend 1 on that. Man, I just can never get the armor on this thing. So 1 to 3 goes insanity. So all my guys are going to gain insanity next year, so I'll leave that to the side so I remember. I have 3 endeavors. I'm going to try 2 times on this weapon crafter. I want to try and get some extra broken lanterns so I can turn those into iron down the road. So let's have Dark, the chick Dark. She's going to go out because she has 2 survival, because there's a chance that I could die if I mess this up. So I have 3 endeavors left, right? So my 3rd endeavor, I'm going to go on this scrap scavenging walk. 5. Oh, okay. Well, I have to spend 1 survival. So I'm down to 1. And I'm going to do it 1 more time. I need a 6 or more. 7. Sweet. Gain 1 broken lantern resource. Cool. So I have another one of these. So let me just try to remember that. And then finally I have 1 endeavor left. I could do this to try and have children again, but I think I'm pretty good at the moment. So let's go for 1 more walk. Dark, get back out there. 1 more broken lantern would be cool, because then I would have 3 scraps, which I can turn into an iron next year. 7. Cool, got it. So 3 broken lanterns are going into my storage, which technically is an iron. Hopefully. So I have 3 iron going forward, which is good, because I didn't build any extra pickaxes this year, so I still only have 1. Now I have to decide, while I'm away, I have to decide if I'm going to go for another armor set. Maybe I could build the biggest armor set there is, which was that one from the, where is it? The blacksmith, right? Maybe I could build this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes 7 iron. Right now I have 3, so that, or do I start building shields and better weapons? A shield, this really good shield is iron 2. This pretty ridiculous Dragon Slayer sword takes 5 iron. So what do you guys think? Let me know, and I'll check the comments out when I get back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this year. This fight was honestly a lot of fun to do. Boba Fett is leveled up with the Twilight Sword, so he's ready to go back out and fight. Yoda's just gonna probably sit back at the camp and relax. So yeah, looking forward to it. I think next year I can do a level 3. I might do a level 3 Lion. We'll have to see. I don't think I can do another Phoenix. I'm a little nervous to do that. So leave in the comments, what do you think I should go out and fight? Should I take my iron and go build another suit of armor, or weapons slash shield? So thanks a lot, guys. And I will see you next year. Take care.